So let's just wait for more people to come in. Hey, Gina! Thank you so much for tuning in. Maybe we can have 5 to 10 more minutes to wait for people. Hi, Lara! Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so while we are waiting for people to come, since mas marami dito sa FB, I think this is the one na FB. Hey Joe, thank you so much for watching. So this is Instagram, right? Okay, so while we're waiting for people to come, tonight will be about your DIY. So I know since Mother's Day is coming, it's just around the corner, and a lot of us are trying to think of ways how to incorporate our essential oil hobby for the season. So I know I have a lot of members who are asking me what gift ideas they can come up with for the Mother's Day. That's why I thought of sharing with you some basics on your DIY products, since most of us will be, doing all these DIY linen sprays and lip balms and whatnot for the coming holiday. I will be sharing with you your typical shelf life for each of those products and the things that you have to remember, since we don't want to be giving people something that's super unstable and that would easily spoil. Medyo nakakahiya yun. So I'll be giving you tips on the ingredients that you can use to prolong the DIY stuff that you can give away. Hi, Chris! Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Hey, Anna! And, okay, so for tonight's essential oil of the night is... Wait. I actually picked from my student supplies kit kasi medyo bago siya. So, I'm still trying to learn the oils in here. The oils in here are... it's really nice kasi parang most of it are the expensive oils. The ones that I won't normally buy from, other brands. Like, what's included here is the rose oil. And they gave us rose oil. This is like $200 in Young Living, yung 5 ml niya. Although this one is only 2 ml, it gives us an idea of how does the rose oil smell like. Medyo iba yung cap niya. I remember previously may nagtanong bakit iba yung cap ni Panaway compared to the other oils in the kit. Like this one. Also, I think Raven is also differently capped. Yung parang pinupush siya bago i-open. The explanation to that is some of the components in this blend is easier to evaporate than the rest of your oils. That's why Young Living decided to use this kind of cap. So, the more premium brands normally use those kind of caps, yung pinupush muna and iniikot. It's a little hassle sometimes kasi mahirap siyang buksan sometimes. But it's for the good of your oil. So, somebody asked me na parang, based on my video, medyo na-turn off siya sa Floriana because it's a little harder to open from the rest of the, normal EO brands. I just want to clarify that this has a purpose. That's why they use this. Okay, yan. We have a lot more people coming in. Hi, Chris! And, hello! Pure Blends, Jenny V. You can just shoot in your questions through the comments for the entire session and I will answer them live. But for tonight, going back, our oil for the night is... Nasa na yun? Ayun. Okay. Our oil for tonight is Helichrysum or Helichrysum. So, I think this is one of the more upscale oils. Medyo mahal siya across all brands. I've tried searching for, the cheaper Helichrysum, pero it's consistent in all brands. Medyo mahal siya. This is because this is a very, very wonderful oil. Helichrysum or Helichrysum actually came from the words Helios or sun and Chrysos or Chrysos, which is gold. So, the name actually came from the flower itself, in description of flower, yung bright yellow, golden yellow color of the flower of Helichrysum. And helichrysum is also often called as immortel or everlasting kasi one of the greatest properties of this oil is its cell regenerating. It promotes cell regeneration, therefore it's great to be used on any skin blemishes. So it helps improve the appearance of any skin blemish, which includes acne marks, acne spots, sunspots, fine lines, wrinkles, and all sorts of pangpa-beauty talaga siya. So if you want to make a luxurious face serum this Mother's Day, go get helichrysum. Kahit yung mga taka lang, so you can try. It's really a great oil. So the smell is a little, it's not that pleasant if you're gonna be using it alone. So this oil actually blends great with rose oil. It blends great with citrus oils. It blends great with your clary sage, your rose, your lavender, and your geranium. So as is, hindi siya ganun ka-pleasing. It smells like, it's earthy. So medyo may lupa siya. It smells like your soil. But it's really good for your skin. So if you're looking for something to add to your wish list, I highly recommend for you to get helichrysum. Okay, enough of the oil for tonight. Let us go to let's proceed with our topics. Medyo nawala yung tao sa Facebook Live. So, whichever social media that you can connect better, just go there. Either on my Instagram, that's Jalian85, or through Facebook Live sa Essential Oil Philippines. So maybe moving forward, I will be using my public page Couchwasabi so that it's shareable. But in the meantime, I will be putting on my EO Live through Facebook's Essential Oil Philippines and my public Instagram account. Okay? Alright, so if you have any questions, just shoot them through the comments so that I can answer them. And as regards dun sa mga nag-send ng Ask Jirbie questions through Instagram and Twitter, I answered some of those questions, pero meron akong isang na-reserve for tonight. So I think that's from Jenny. I reserved one of the questions. So, I'm sure it's Mother's Day this Sunday na, right? This Sunday is Mother's Day, and a lot of us are trying to come up with DIY projects or DIY ideas to be given to the moms in our lives, our friends who are moms, our moms-to-be na friends. And I guess one of the most popular things that everybody would love to, kasi nawawala yun sa Facebook eh. So, I'm just trying to reconnect, but parang mas stable yung Instagram tonight. Okay, so most of my members are asking me recipes that they can use for this weekend's holiday. And I guess one of the most popular things that you can do is yung linen spray. Wait, I'll just get a store-bought linen spray. Hold on. Okay, so here is a sample of a store-bought linen spray. This is a commercial brand linen spray. Actually, this is my favorite. This is from Sleep Care. And when you check the label, you can see that meron siyang fragrance, denatured alcohol, and some other chemicals that you might not know. But if you try to break down the ingredients in your store-bought products, you would normally see na nandun yung fragrance, which is synthetic. Then you would see alcohol, and you would see other things like maybe stabilizers or preservatives and water. So when you're trying to recreate this using your essential oils, ano yung normal? Hey Joe, if it's unstable yung sa Facebook, go connect through Instagram because it looks like it's more stable in Instagram for tonight. Okay, so when you try to recreate your linen spray, sobrang simple lang ng recipe. So you just have to have your bottle, your spray bottle. I suggest a 30 ml bottle kasi when dealing with your essential oils, I highly suggest for my members to make them in smaller batches since you're dealing with very organic products. We don't really add preservatives, we don't really add stabilizers that much. So medyo mas mabilis siyang maging stale or mas mabilis siyang, mas hindi siya na-preserve. Unlike yung mga store-bought products na it can last for years kasi meron siyang mga chemicals. And that's the beauty of it also kasi since natural siya, you're sure that it won't be harsh on your skin, on your body. You won't accumulate toxic chemicals in your body. Kaya, weighing the pros and cons, I would rather go for the, products na kahit medyo mabilis siyang maging unstable, at least mas safe siya in our body. That is the reason why you have to create them in smaller batches. Okay, so when you try to recreate your own linen spray, ano lang ang ingredients? You just need your distilled water if you want it to be water-based. You have to have your witch hazel or your alcohol. When I say alcohol, I'm referring to your 99% alcohol. The one I showed in one of my videos, the one we used during my workshop noong April for yoga. I only buy my 99% alcohol in Landers. Wala na siya sa ibang place. Wala sa Mercury. None. It's only available in Landers. Or if you can't find any 99% alcohol, you can use 185 proof vodka. So that also works well. Naputol na naman yung sa FB. I don't want to connect there anymore. So tonight we will be just going on with my IG. Okay. So just use 185 proof vodka, which is also equivalent to 90% alcohol. If you say 90 proof vodka, that is just 40%. So hindi yon. Your solution would need 20% or more of alcohol for it to be stable, or for it to preserve or inhibit bacterial growth inside the product itself. Anything below that, anything na, for example, nakakabili tayo sa grocery ng 40% alcohol and 70% alcohol because at that rate, hindi mag-grow yung bacteria sa loob niya. Pero pag hinalo mo yung 40% alcohol, for example, sa may halong tubig, madadilute na yung percentage. Therefore, it's not that shelf-stable. Therefore, there are chances na mag-grow yung bacteria inside your DIY products. So, when we do our linen spray, we just need a couple of things. Your EO, your alcohol, your water, or your witch hazel. Wala tayong preservative na dinadagdag. Unlike your store-bought products, meron siyang dalawang other ingredients that we can say are stabilizers or preservatives. Okay. There are natural preservatives that you can use that is perfectly safe for your skin and your body. So these are vinegar. Vinegar is one of the more popular natural preservative that you can use. For example, if gagawa kayo ng DIY Lysol spray, the one I made in my video, it's basically vinegar-based, right? I used white vinegar or distilled vinegar. You can also use apple cider vinegar. If you're planning to use apple cider vinegar, go for the one, mas lalo na pag sa face, go for the one that has the mother, yung merong mother sa label, which is Bragg's. I've tried to search for other apple cider brands out there, but there's no other apple cider brand na merong the mother. When you say the mother, yun yung merong sediments at the bottom. When you check the bottom of the bottle ng apple cider, meron siyang mga debris and sediments at the bottom. And then you have to shake it every time you have to use it para maghalo yung liquid solution and the debris, because those debris are actually very beneficial for your skin. For example, if you want to make your own facial toner, you can use apple cider vinegar. That's perfectly fine. Just make sure na hindi pwedeng purong apple cider vinegar kasi the purong apple cider vinegar, when you apply it on your skin, it can burn your skin. Based on experience, I've tried it. It's horrible. Don't ever do it. So always remember when you're dealing with apple cider vinegar, always use lang 1/4 of it, and then 3/4 is water or distilled water. When I talk about or when I mention water for tonight, always remember that I'm always talking about distilled water, not mineral water, not tap water, not purified water. It's always just distilled water when you are dealing or making your DIY products. In fact, it's better if you don't really use water, if you just use other more stable bases. When I say base, dun mo hinahalo yung mga essential oil mo. Those are your vinegar, your alcohol, your vodka, your hydrosols are a good base. And if you want to make, for example, your own moisturizer, you can use unscented lotion, unscented moisturizer, yung mga yon. The moment that you add water kasi on its own inhibits bacterial growth. I mean, that's its natural composition na kasi. Diba? Parang pag iniwan mo dyan, nabubulok yung mga bagay-bagay. It's because of the water. Yung water yung pinaka hindi shelf stable next to your essential oils. So, the moment that you add your water, dun na nagsistart ma-degrade yung quality ng product mo. So, as much as possible, kung hindi mo siya kailangan dagdagan ng water, then don't add water. Other natural preservatives that you can use, I mentioned earlier, your vinegar, your alcohol. Rosemary essential oil has a natural preservative component. Your grapefruit seed extract, which is different from your grapefruit essential oil. Grapefruit seed extract has a natural preservative. Sabi nga nila, if you want to preserve, I think, your groceries, for example, after mo hugasan yung mga fruits mo, put it in a container na merong cotton with grapefruit oil. It helps prolong the freshness of your store-bought fruits. And then vitamin E also has a natural preservative factor. Your citric acid or ascorbic acid has natural preservative factor. You can see citric acid and ascorbic acid as an ingredient of your soda, of your soft drinks. Salt and even sugar are natural preservatives. Remember na preserve mo yung mangoes with salt, or we preserve things with sugar because they have natural preservatives. And finally, borax. Borax is actually your sodium borate plus sodium bicarbonate. So when you mix those together, yung sodium borate, you get it from your contact lens cleaner. Meron siyang ingredient na ganun. And then you add your sodium bicarbonate, it creates borax. So that's a little more complicated. I don't really use that. I haven't even seen that in a lot of the DIY recipes that I have encountered, so you don't really have to remember that. The most common natural preservatives that you can use when you make your DIY products are vinegar, alcohol, vitamin E, and I guess salt and sugar if you want to make your scrubs, right? Okay, so you just have to take note of those natural preservatives kasi those are the things that you can add to prolong the shelf life of your DIY products. If you're going to ask me how long or how stable can they make your products, it's not really this, hindi siya talaga sinasabi kasi since we are dealing with organic things and we don't really deal with chemical, it's a little hard to gauge on the length of, or parang yung extension na na-add niya dun sa product na yun. For example, when you add, with the nail serum that we made in my previous workshop, the one we put in the dropper, diba, we added vitamin E. It helps prolong the shelf life of your nail serum, but hindi siya sinasabi talaga kung gaano katagal niya na prolong. Disclaimer with these natural preservatives is that you have to still make sure that you store them properly. Number one, you store your products properly, meaning you keep them away from heat, from sunlight, and you keep it away, or you minimize the exposure to oxygen. Kasi oxygen also degrades or na break down niya yung components ng essential oil mo, right? That's why it's recommended that you keep your essential oils tightly capped and keep it away from the heat and sunlight. You have all these natural preservatives that you can use, but always make sure that you have to store them properly. Number two, you have to use them properly. As much as possible, don't add water in your recipe. Number two, don't expose them sa heat, sun, and air, and wag mo siyang i-contact sa different surfaces. So, I mentioned this in one of my workshops that I don't really like using dropper bottles for my DIY products unless it's this small. This is just 5 ml. Hey Kim, this is just 5 ml, so it's pretty easy to finish. Unless it's this small, you can use your dropper bottle, but anything more than this, for example, if you're going to make your face serum, a lot of girls I know got dropper bottles, 30 ml dropper bottles, or something bigger dropper bottles to make their face serum. I don't really recommend that kasi every time you put your dropper inside, you are putting in oxygen. So, mas nabibilis na degrade yung product inside the dropper bottle. An exception is this one, itong Organic Associates Moroccan Argan Oil. By the way, if you are joining my workshop this May 27th, that's a Sunday, 9 to 12 noon, you get this Organic Associates Moroccan Argan Oil. Meron pang slots. I think I've announced only first 10, but I'm sure it's gonna be increasing as we go on. So, register lang kayo. We're just counting the inventory that we can give out. So, register as early as you can, and then you get to bring this home. This is 1,300 worth of a product. It's a full-size Moroccan Argan Oil. And this one actually comes in, buksan ko naman. This one comes in a dropper bottle. Okay. So, for those of you who have never attended my workshop, ganito siya. And it comes in a dropper bottle. So, this one kasi is a carrier oil. Wala naman na-degrade sa kanya masyado for this one as compared to your essential oils. Your essential oils, pag na-expose siya sa oxygen or sa hangin, since it's highly volatile, number 1, mas nag-evaporate siya ng mabilis. Number 2, parang nagde-depreciate yung quality niya. So, you don't really want that. You want to preserve the therapeutic effects of your oil. That's why I highly suggest for you to use a pump bottle when you're making your serum. Like this one, this is actually my sister's product. Gumawa siya ng stretch mark serum. So, ito, I recommended her to use a pump bottle para you just pump your product sa palms mo. Hindi mo na kailangan i-expose yung buong bottle, yung buong content ng bottle. Kasi pag tinatanggal mo yung dropper, may expose yung buong content ng bottle, right? With this container, you just pump it, tapos mas-sanitize din siya. Kasi, just like your foundation, if you have your foundation, yung mga may pump, yun yung mga mas okay na foundation, yung medyo mas mahal. Yung mga walang pump, yung mga naka-cap lang, medyo mas mura siya. Oh, and then, wait. And then another example, for those of you who are planning to make, for example, DIY body wash, or DIY shampoo, or DIY facial wash. So, ito yun. This is what I use. This is what I made for myself nung nagkaroon ako ng maraming acne. Now, it's a little clearer. My skin is a little clearer, but for the entire April, medyo nag-whack yung hormones ko kasi I realized that I became complacent with my progescents. Hindi ako sinipag mag-progescents. And it really affected my skin. So, buti na lang ngayong May, it's been clearing up. And I'm also using this. This is my, you can use witch hazel in formulating your linen spray or formulating your toner. Okay siya na base. You can use hydrosols. You can also use alcohol or vodka. So, for your DIY facial wash, body wash, shampoo, you can use as a base yung Castel soap. I get my Castel soap, liquid Castel soap from Casa de Lorenzo. If you're not yet familiar with that, I will link them down below, or I will link them through my YouTube, because I upload all these IG live sessions on my YouTube channel. That's couchwasabiTV, one word. You can find all the replays there. I talk about different topics every time. I'm going to be noting down all the stuff that I mentioned for this episode's description box. So you can just refer to there all the stores and brands that I've mentioned for tonight. Okay? So if you're planning to make your own facial wash, if you're planning... And this one is actually a multi-purpose thing for me. Like, I use this for my face, I use this for my hair, for my shampoo, and you can also use this as your body wash. Basically, yung recipe nito is just Castel soap. I got it from Casa de Lorenzo. And then I put in my essential oils of choice. So for this bottle, I put in tea tree kasi I'm trying to, improve my skin condition. And I put in, I think, lavender, tea tree, rosemary. I think yun lang, yung nilagay ko. Kasi my goal for that is to calm my skin and all that. But the other ingredients are also great for your hair. Like rosemary is a great hair tonic. So it's great if you want to grow your hair. Ayun, dami kong baby hair. Kasi I put in rosemary here, and I also use this as my body wash if I want to. I have this thing kasi na if I get so stressed, I develop hives and allergy. So, ayan, I use this to clear my skin, not just for my face, but for my entire body. And you can do that too. You can make your own DIY. What kind of Castel soap? Is that the cleansing or moisturizing? I actually have both of liquid castle soap from Casa de Lorenzo. Meron akong 1 liter ng cleansing, meron akong 1 liter ng moisturizing. You can actually use anything. You can, kasi all castle soap naman ng Casa de Lorenzo is pure. And you can see from the ingredients list kung ano yung mga oils na ginamit niya to produce that one. Some people say ayaw nila yung moisturizing kasi mas malagkit. But I don't really feel that way. Parang to me it's the same. Yeah. Of course, Casa de Lorenzo is actually, I think, the only local brand that produces liquid castle soap. I think, I'm not so sure. Pero, I get mine from there kasi it's cheaper than Dr. Bronner's. It's easier to get. And, sobrang mas mura lang siya talaga. I think Dr. Bronner's can range for 700 for a big bottle sa Casa kasi it's only 500, I think. Tapos, nagpo-promo pa sila. And then, there's 30% off if you bring your own lalagyan. So, it's cheaper talaga if you're using it a lot. If you're using it regularly, super daming savings. So, I think with this one, I use moisturizing for this one. But you can use cleansing. You can use Manila. They also have other castle soap na parang merong infused ng essential oils. Meron mga ilang-ilang castle soap, lavender castle soap. You can try all those depending on the product that you want to come up with. But I normally go for the unscented ones kasi I want to be able to infuse my own essential oil of choice. Okay? Next, is that your castle or do we... Thank you so much for asking that. Like I've mentioned earlier, as much as possible, don't add water. As much as possible. Like this one. I know a lot of recipes that you see on Pinterest or online, parating like 1/3 castle soap and add 2/3 water. With this one, I'd never put water. This is just pure Casa de Lorenzo castle soap. Nakita mo medyo viscous siya, medyo malapot. Because I never put water. Once you put water, mas mabilis siyang bulok. Not bulok, mas mabilis siyang maging stale. So, with my personal products, I don't really put water in it anymore. Just the soap, and then I put it first sa glass container, sa glass beaker. Lalagay ko yung liquid castle soap. Tapos, dun ko ihahalo yung mga essential oils na gusto ko. Then, I'll mix it with stainless steel chopsticks. Make sure that when you're dealing with your essential oils or you're mixing your own DIY products, never, ever, ever, ever use anything that's plastic. Never. So, like, tinatanong ng tao, how do you make it? Pinapasok mo na lang ba dito? No, I never. I always use glass or stainless steel containers or stirrers. And then, once you have mixed the oils to your base well, bago mo siya ilalagay sa plastic container. So, ito safe na siya. Kasi parang, in essence, nakadilute na within this castle soap yung mga oils na nilagay ko. Especially if you are dealing with citrus oils. Because your citrus oils would eat your plastic as you go along. So, mas mabuti talaga na if you're using citrus oils, for example, you're making a face serum. Normally, yung face serum merong lemon or grapefruit kasi it helps lighten your acne marks. I highly suggest for you to put them, yung final product, to put them in a glass bottle. Like this one, ito, meron tong grapefruit oil, kaya siya nakalagay sa glass. So, yun, if you are dealing with citrus oils, go find a container na glass or steel. If wala naman, like this one is just lavender, tea tree, and rosemary, you can pretty much use a hard PET bottle. I think this is PET 1. Yung medyo matigas. Hindi yung parang kasing lambot ng bottled water. It has to be like this thick. You can easily find these on Shopee. If you're looking for stuff to use, like supplies to use, Shopee is a great place to, hunt all the stuff that you need. Hey Wendy, I decided not to go on Facebook kasi napuputol siya. I think it took me 3 times to be disconnected and I tried to reconnect. Medyo distracting siya. So tonight, we will just go on through Instagram. Okay? You can shoot in your questions anytime. I will answer them as soon as I see them. You can invite your friends, post on your Facebook, invite them to go online through Instagram if they want to join for tonight so I can answer their questions, especially sa mga newbies. I don't think I will try na sa Facebook kasi nawawala siya. And I keep posting lang mga putol na sessions and it's embarrassing. Okay? Okay. So, moving on, after your DIY, kanina pinag-usapan natin your DIY linen spray. With your linen spray, it's the same recipe that you can use if you want to make your own DIY Lysol spray, the one I made in my video. You can make your own DIY toner. If you want to make your own toner, the base that you can use would be your hydrosol. Pwede kayong bumili ng hydrosol. You can get it from Cedar Alley Enterprise. They have amazing hydrosols, amazing selection, very cheap price, very affordable. And then you can use witch hazel toner. You can use Thayer's, yung alcohol-free, or you can use the other one. Meron pang isa. I forgot the brand. But meron pang isa, the blue one yata. Dickinson's. You can use Dickinson's, either the yellow one or the blue one. You can use any of those as your toner base. And if you see recipes na they have to add water, actually, the water is just there to make it more affordable. So if you can naman use na purong witch hazel lang and then add your essential oils, do that. If you can naman use like purong hydrosol plus your essential oils, do that. Kasi mas magiging stable yung product na ginagawa mo. In our workshops, we normally add water kasi we only use like small bottles anyway, and you're going to be able to finish that naman soon. So that's not a problem. But if you're planning to make 100 ml or an 85 ml of a product, I suggest for you to use pure percentage of your base. Huwag nyo nagdagdagan ng water. Okay? Yeah, Dickinson yung isang brand. Hey, Vivinda. Hey, Joy. Thank you so much for joining. If you have any questions, just shoot them through the comments, and I will answer them all throughout the session. Okay, so we've talked about your DIY toner, we've talked about your DIY linen spray, we have talked about your DIY Lysol that is uploaded on my channel. You can just follow the recipe. And then we have talked about your DIY body wash, facial wash, and what's that? Shampoo. Pwede mo rin siyang gamitin shampoo. The only problem with this is, pag ginawa mong shampoo yung liquid castile soap, medyo matigas siya sa hair. But the good side of that is, mas hindi ka maglalagas because you're using natural products. So if you use it, if you start using it and you start using it for a period of time, you will notice that you will have lesser hair fall. A trick that you can do is use a really good conditioner after. Kasi medyo matigas siya talaga sa hair. But I like it kasi parang you get less hair fall. You can also make your own DIY conditioner. Just look for, it's not really available in the Philippines. Pero kasi sa US, like in Amazon, you can search for organic, no, not organic, unscented natural conditioner, something like that. Meron silang mga conditioner base na binibenta that you can just buy and then add your essential oils. In fact, when you want to create more products, like beauty products, you can actually use kahit yung mga store-bought, like lotion, store-bought moisturizer, store-bought conditioner. It's totally fine. Kasi yung mga, if it's unscented, and if it's basic, like puti lang, unscented lang, chances are, mas wala naman siyang mga harmful chemicals. Chances are, yung mga nandun sa product na yun are just stabilizers. Or maybe alcohol just to stabilize also the product. So if you want to make your own, for example, moisturizer, or you want to make your own conditioner, you can just buy from the store. So convenient, commercial brands, store-bought na moisturizer or conditioner. Just make sure that they are unscented, and as much as possible, parang white siya. Kasi I also read na your clear shampoo, yung clear yung itsura ng shampoo versus your white opaque shampoo, mas maraming chemical yung clear. So if you're going for a cleaner alternative, go for the one na mas yung white lang, yung normal puti, like your Pantene, I guess, your Cream Silk, I guess, those are white, right? Kaysa dun sa Garnier Fructis, that one is clear. So mas may chemical yung clear products kaysa sa dun sa white opaque na products. Yan, so if you want to make your own moisturizer and conditioner and all those stuff, you can just buy commercial store-bought products. Just make sure that the product is unscented and mas konti siguro yung ingredients list niya. Okay? And then, for other suggestions that I've seen para sa Mother's Day gift that you can give to your friends or your moms to be na friends, you can always make them roller blend. So those are the popular gifts that you can give. Most of them would appreciate something that's for migraine. I think that's very generic. Everybody loves something for migraine. What else? For anxiety, you can also give them face serum. Like I said earlier, if you want to make your face serum, wag sa dropper bottle. It's pretty, it looks luxurious, but for function, give them na naka-pump bottle. You can also give them pala bug spray. That's a very good idea. Bug spray. You can also always use, basta pag spray, you can use the base na alcohol, vodka, or witch hazel. Pwede rin siya. Usually, pag para sa face, use witch hazel. But for body, you can use alcohol or vodka. Or yun. Tapos, for the oil base naman, for your carrier oil base, you can make blends. You can make serums. And you can make, I think yun lang ang pwede mong gawin for oil base. What else that you can, para naman sa lip balm. Okay, if you want to make your own lip balm, I also have a recipe for that. It's very easy to make. All you have to have is a hard butter, which is your cocoa butter or shea butter, pwede. And then your beeswax. And then you have to have your carrier oil. So you have to have these 3 ingredients to make your own lip balm or your own solid lotion or your own... actually, a lot of people are asking me how to make your own DIY deodorant. That's a little more complicated. I actually haven't created a deo product that really works. Kat, who is from My Lific Life, has a good recipe, but I haven't really tried it because I haven't had the chance to hold on to oil of magnesium. So, maybe, pag na-order ko na yan at dumating na sa akin, I can probably make a video for your DIY deodorant. But if you guys have any requests on any product that you want me to make a video on, don't forget to just shoot them through Twitter, through Instagram, or tonight, you can share with me kung meron kayong DIY request that I can make or turn as a video. And I would be more than glad to, research about it and try to make it. Kasi before I upload my video, I make sure that it works. I make sure that, it's not just a recipe that I pulled from Pinterest and post it online. I try to use it and make sure that it works. Aside from that, ito yung mga bago ko na-discover. I don't really make inhalers before. But since I got this through my student supplies kit, it's part of our course to make inhalers. I tried researching about inhalers. And I realized that, or I've read that, if you are one of those who are suffering from allergic rhinitis, like me, I suffer from allergic rhinitis, it's more effective that you make an inhaler rather than making a roller blend. Or parang it's better for you to diffuse or make an inhaler para mas ma-alleviate yung mga respiratory issues mo. And when you make or when you buy your inhaler set or your inhaler supplies, it normally comes like this. So this is a set of an inhaler. So meron siyang ganito na natatanggal yung cap. Tapos, meron siyang yung bottom closure. Yes, you can put vitamin E in your face serum, Wendy, because vitamin E is actually a natural preservative. So, it helps your product to become more shelf-stable. I normally put 1 to 2 vitamin E capsules. Binubutas ko siya. Tapos, pinapasok ko sa serum in a 30 ml container. So, yung ginawa natin before sa workshop, 5 ml, you can put 1 capsule, that's fine. In a 30 ml, you can put up to 2 capsules. It's totally fine. Same lang ba yung aloe vera soothing gel na sinabi sa aloe vera gel? Okay. For hand sanitizers, I've seen a lot of people also request for that. I think meron kasing hand sanitizer base that you can use kaysa sa aloe vera. Kasi aloe vera can be a little sticky sometimes, depending on the brand. The ones that I've tried, I don't really enjoy using. Some of those pa, other people can get sensitive to. Nagkakabutlig sila. So, unless it's 99% aloe vera and you've tried na okay siya sa skin, hindi siya sticky, then go for that. Pero if you want to make lang DIY sanitizer, just buy yung parang scentless sanitizer as your base and then put in your essential oils. Other people put in coloring pa to look more fun, but I don't really like to put coloring. Pero mas attractive kasi siya kung may coloring. If you wish to put coloring, don't use food coloring. Just go and buy mica coloring. That's a natural alternative. That's also the one people use if they make their natural soap. The good ones, the good brands normally use mica coloring, not food coloring. Because, you know, you're not adding FD&C in your product. Kasi nga, endocrine disruptors din yun, right? So, don't put food coloring ever. Just use mica coloring. The one bought sa Korean stores, a lot of Korean brands offer aloe vera, and I've seen even mga yung Mumuso and Daiso and Miniso has all those aloe vera, and I've seen news reports that those aloe vera in other Korean stores aren't really that regulated. In fact, hindi nga lahat ng facial mask, sheet mask of Korea is really good. Some of those are just packed in their houses. So may nag-leak na ganun na story. Just make sure to get your bases from good sources. I would say that, I guess, the Face Shop is a big company, therefore it's a more trusted brand. It's a 99% aloe vera gel. You can use that. Marami kasi ako nakita na 95 lang or 90 something lang. If you want to buy your aloe vera base, just make sure that it's 99% or, you know, closer, you know, mas muro siya. Okay? You're welcome, Wendy. I hope I answered your question, Rosh. Okay, so going back to our inhalers, it looks like this. I'm not sure if a lot of you have been using it. I haven't personally made mine kasi mas gusto ko pa rin yung roller blend. But in our school, we were taught that this one came from our school. So, ito, medyo safe to. Pero marami kasi nakikita binibenta sa Shopee. And in our school, we were told that cotton, the one that comes with your inhaler, cotton is actually one of the most polluted, I guess, polluted material that we use every day. In fact, 13 to 16% of the pesticides in the industry, agricultural industry, goes to your cotton. It's that bad. And medyo wala silang choice kasi I think that's what they need para makuha natin the supply that we need from the cotton. So, it's important that when you get your inhaler supplies, you change your cotton into an organic one. So, these ones I can trust kasi these are from school. But if you buy from Shopee, I highly suggest for you to buy organic cotton. You can buy organic cotton from Muji. They sell it very cheap. Sinabi sa amin sa school, palitan na lang yung wick. Just get a pad of organic cotton, cut it in half lengthwise, and then just roll it, and then dun mo na lang i-drop yung essential oil mo before putting it inside and then locking it in and using it as your inhaler. Kasi normally, the cheap inhalers that you can buy off of Shopee would be not really the good ones, right? So, just to make sure that you're not really getting a, bad stick, quote and unquote, replace yun na lang yung wick. Or kung may mabibili kayong walang wick, it's totally fine kasi you can just buy your separate organic cotton. Meron si Shiseido. I think meron din si Shopee. I heard it's cheap there. So, you get from Shopee, cut one pad lengthwise, and then roll it. Tapos yun yung ipapasok nyo sa inhaler nyo. Just to make sure na walang pesticide yung inhaler na gagamitin nyo. Okay? So, I'm not really sure if the inhaler is one of your gifting ideas this Mother's Day. Pero, I'm just giving you tips as I learned it from school. Okay, any other questions? It's 10 o'clock. Medyo early tayo today. Actually, yun lang yung topic ko today, your DIY products. If you have any other questions on your planned gifts for Mother's Day, you can ask them now. By the way, your Castel soap's normal shelf life is 3 years. So, if you buy from Casa de Lorenzo, it can last you for 3 years, provided that you don't contaminate it with water. You don't really leave it dun walang cap, naka-expose sa air. It can last you for 3 years. And yung mga water-based are the products that you decide to add water. For example, ito, if dinagdagan ko ito ng water, This will only last me for a week. It's that fast. Ganun yung kabilis na degrade yung product mo. That's why I highly suggest for you not to add water. And if ever you plan to add water, make sure to only use distilled water. The reason behind it is that yung distilled water mo has the most processed, I think, stages para mawala yung mga bacteria or any organism that may come with your water. If you, for example, compare it with your tap water or your minerals, kasi yung mineral water, meron siyang mga unwanted minerals that you don't really need in your DIY product. Kaya distilled water talaga yung nare-recommend. And then if you use your water, should you decide to create a water-based product and you keep it in the ref, magtatagal siya ng 1 week. Pero pag nasa room temperature na siya, 3 days lang. Medyo mabilis siyang mawala. So as much as possible, don't add water. Just use yung purong base. Again, your purong base can be your witch hazel, your vinegar, your alcohol. Alcohol can't be kasi dapat ihahalo mo siya talaga somewhere eh. So, vinegar, etong castle soap, your witch hazel, those are good bases for your sprays, body wash, serum. Serum, of course, you use your carrier oil. What is the best hair serum mix? I created a video entitled Mermaid Hairspray. You don't really want to put serum kasi medyo oily siya. So, I used a witch hazel, alcohol-free witch hazel base for that product. And for that one in my video, I'm pretty sure hindi ko siya niluan ng tubig. Parang puro siya na witch hazel and then I put lang essential oils in it. That one I'm still using now. Kaya ang dami kong mga baby hair kasi medyo weird din yung hair fall ko. I think because of the changes in my hormones, transitioning from birth control pills to progestins, I've had a lot of hair fall. But look, I have dami ng baby hair. Aside from the mermaid hairspray that I'm using, I'm also using this homemade shampoo. And this also has rosemary in it. So rosemary is a known ingredient or is a known oil to stimulate hair growth, to stimulate blood circulation. And blood circulation is always good for hair growth. So yun, you can use your alcohol-free witch hazel as your base and then put in rosemary, put in, I think cedarwood is in it, tea tree is in it. Tea tree helps fight bacteria and dandruff. So tea tree, rosemary, cedarwood, lavender soothes your scalp. Basically, whatever I use on my face, nandun din sa face, kasi yun nga, I want to improve the condition of my face. So, it works for me so far. Hi, Shai! Thank you so much for joining. If you have any other essential oil questions or DIY product questions using your essential oils, you can shoot them through the comments. We can have this until 10:15 and then we'll wrap up na. Hindi na ako nag-online sa Facebook kasi nag-disconnect siya for some reason. Maybe it's internet, maybe it's rain, I don't really know. Gina, for men, DIY hair cream to replace hair gel. I haven't really, hey Lish, I haven't really come across with any recipe for hair cream, but I'm sure there's one. I will look for it and I'll get back to you. For hair kasi, I don't really like putting so much. I don't really like using hair serum kasi, number one, mainit sa Pilipinas. So, if you put oil, it's gonna be heavy and it's gonna cause you acne and, so many things can go with your hair. with having a, heavy, oily, and, many products sa hair mo. Kaya ayoko siya. Most of the DIYs that I love doing are yung mga using liquid castle soap because it's cleansing, it's really nice. Number 2, I really like toner. Toner is always, or mist. Face mist or toner, yan. Same lang naman sila ng recipe. Face mist, toner, body wash, facial wash, pareho lang. Linen spray, and your surface cleaners like your yoga mat spray, those are almost a similar recipe. Hindi pa ako nakakagawa ng hair cream or hair gel kasi it's something that I also wouldn't be using. I normally create videos and make products that I know I will be using. So, but if you want, I can share. Maghahanap ako mamaya and I will share it with you. Okay? So, Crystal, essential oil recipes for house cleaning. Yes! I made one. I made a DIY Lysol recipe, and it's on my channel. It's on Couch Wasabi on YouTube. You can just type it Couch Wasabi, parang couch potato but Couch Wasabi. And there's a DIY Lysol spray that you can follow. It's very easy. I used a vinegar as my base kasi vinegar is also a natural preservative. So that one I'm still using to clean my desk, my laptop. It's an all-surface cleaner. Make sure that when you're making your home cleaning recipe, pag naglagay ka ng citrus oil, for example, you decide to put lemon or grapefruit, make sure that don't use that for any plastic surface. So if you're planning to make an all-surface cleaner, exclude any citrus oil. Kasi your citrus oil tends to eat up any plastic component, any plastic element. Kaya, yun. If you try to use yung DIY cleaner mo na may lemon and then you spray it sa plastic in time, pag shiny plastic in time, mawawala yung shine niya kasi eventually nakakain nung remnants ng essential oil mo yung product mo or masisira yung gamit mo. So yun, just keep in mind that if you want to make an all-surface cleaner like a Lysol cleaner, remove any citrus oil. Next question, there are a lot of pomade recipes. You can use EOS. I know there are, but it's just that I haven't really used or I haven't really tried to make one. So I can't really share that right now. But if Gina, if you want it, I can share it with you, of course. I'll just look it up in one of my books and I can share it with you, no problem. And then you can just give it to your friends if you want to. Give it to your friends, to your mommy friends this Mother's Day. Okay, any other questions? Just shoot them. You're welcome. Any other questions? Just shoot them to the comments. In the meantime, I would just like to invite everyone to come and join my essential oil workshop this May 27. So that's a Sunday. It's gonna be on 9 a.m. until 12 noon. And what's great about that session is if meron kang dewdrop diffuser, you can bring it and you will enjoy free hand painting or calligraphy on your dewdrop diffuser. So pwede mo siyang pa-personalize. You can, if you want to put your name on it in a beautifully painted calligraphy font, ganyan. Pwede mo siyang ipagawa dun kasi we will be having an artist to do it on the spot during the workshop. So, you can put in your name or a short quote, your favorite quote. Bahala ka kung ano gusto mong pasulat sa dewdrop diffuser mo. Because I realized, since nilabas yung Desert Mist diffuser, a lot of the ladies don't really like using their dewdrop anymore. So, yun, we came up with this idea to have your dewdrop diffusers personalized for free only that day. So, each member or each registrant, if you join us, you pay your registration fee for only 650 pesos. It includes the workshop, all the supplies that you will need, all the oils that you will need outside the PSK. It includes one free diffuser personalization. If you want to bring in more diffusers to be personalized, we charge an additional 150 per diffuser. And then it includes your food, may lunch na kasama, and may drinks na kasama. So the restaurant is at After's Espressos, and dessert, it's along Tomas Morato, right beside UCC Coffee. If you know where UCC is, magkatabi lang sila. Just be there, just pay for your registration fee. Register as soon as possible because the first 10 registrants get to bring this home for free. This is 100% Moroccan argan oil. If you want to make your own facial serum, this is amazing for that. If you want to make your own, for example, stretch mark serum, this is amazing for that. Argan oil is really great for hair, skin, and nails, along with jojoba oil, along with rosehip oil. It's great for hair, skin, and nails. So, anything na pang pa-beauty, you can make, you're sure to be able to make use of this. Okay? Any other questions? Hindi na ako nakakonect sa Facebook. But that's okay. I think moving forward, I will be going online on Facebook through Couch Wasabi Facebook fan page na lang, so that it's public and everybody can share it. Kasi some people want to share the session as well, and they won't be able to if they're a member of EOP or Magnific Life lang. Anyway, it's 10:02. Do you have any other questions, guys? Yung iba kakarating lang. Hey, Angel. Hello, Vikas. Long time. And Placid Dogs. Hey guys, so if you have any other questions, I will be giving you maybe 5 to 10 minutes to shoot in your questions or I can end the session na. Okay, final announcements. By the way, all these IG live sessions and all my DIY videos, you can check them on YouTube. Just type in or search for Couch Wasabi. If you want to look for recipes that you can do at home, just type in Couch Wasabi, and then there's a channel for that where you can find all the recipes that I make online. And then if you want to see the replay of my IG live sessions, just search for Couch Wasabi TV. So when you search for Couch Wasabi TV, you can see all the replay of my IG live. It's different per session. I tackle different topics every time. So for tonight, it's all about DIY products and their shelf life. In the previous sessions, I talked about I think all the other questions of my members. By the way, there's a question that I reserved for tonight kasi my followers and subscribers and my friends and my members, I asked them to put their questions, any essential oil questions, through Twitter or through Instagram. Just use the hashtag AskJirbie. So if you're going to be using your Instagram to post your question, just post a picture of your current essential oils collection and then use in the caption Ask Jirbie and then send in your question and I will be answering them. It's a live hashtag, so I check it from time to time. I answer everybody's questions every time. And one of the questions I reserved for tonight is tinanong ni Jenny. Jenny actually asked na, how do I choose brands in creating my DIY products or my rollers or my roller blends or whatever? I have, like I've shared in one of my recent videos, I have 3 essential oil containers as of the moment and they're all full. And the way I maintain or manage my essential oils is that I don't really keep duplicates. I just keep the ones that I like. So regardless of brand, I don't want to be I can't be loyal in one brand because there are a lot of amazing brands of essential oils in the market, in the world. In fact, when we were given a list in school, when we were given a list of recommended brands, lahat ng nasa listahan na yun, I'm not even familiar of. Which means, ang dami pang brands na, it's just out there waiting for us to explore. So I encourage my members, I highly recommend and encourage for them to try other brands. Kahit local, kahit imported, kahit hindi pa nila nag-reading, just make sure that those brands contain GCMS test. And it's not enough that they have GCMS test. They have to make sure that it's a passing GCMS test. Kasi lahat nag-claim may GCMS test. So make sure meron siyang pasadong GCMS test. Wala talagang pupasok sa Facebook. Hey, have you tried V&M Naturals Essential Oils? I haven't. And I honestly think that they're not pure. I'm not sure if anybody else has tried it. No, that's the thing eh. Kasi essential oils is very in demand nowadays. That's why a lot of companies are coming out with their own essential oil brands. And when I go around, for example, when I go around in stores or when I go around in health bazaars or bazaars in general, ang dami ko nakikita ng brands, local brands na yun. Now, I don't want to be a brand snob because I enjoy trying a lot of essential oils. Kaya lang, the more you use pure essential oils, like the more you use your oils, the more you will develop this sensitivity to oils na parang sometimes when you take a whiff of other brands, you would know na parang medyo hindi talaga siya pure. You would just know. And some of those nga maamoy mo pa yung tinge of alcohol. I'm not saying V&M is that kasi I haven't really taken a whiff of V&M essential oil. I'm just saying that sa dami-dami ng lumalabas ng essential oil brands, both local and international, I'm not saying lahat ng international maganda, hindi rin. Some of the brands I've tried na international, I had reactions with, nag-allergy ako. So, the best thing to do is, if you want to try an essential oil brand, ask the seller or ask the staff if meron GCMS. Kasi if it's really pure, the manufacturer or the head or the big wig in that company should be able to translate to their staff that they have this test and they have a passing test, they have this documentation, blah blah blah. I feel that it's not enough for the company to say na meron silang GCMS test tapos hindi pwedeng makita ng public. Kasi may mga na-encounter na akong ganon. Unlike Casa de Lorenzo, I asked Casa de Lorenzo because I go to their store from time to time. I visit their store talaga. And I asked for their GSMS, they're super willing to give it to me. So yun yung difference. A lot of other companies, when you ask them, meron kayong GSMS? They would say, yeah, meron. But when you try to ask, can I take a look, can I see? They don't really want to show you. So sabihin nila, ay wala, nasa supplier, hindi pwedeng pakita. That's a red flag for me. So you can try asking B&M about that. You can try emailing them if, just see what they have to say. But I've encountered maybe 2 or 3 other local brands who tells me that they can't show it kasi so supplier lang daw. That's not really right kasi in most international brands like Plant Therapy, they have GCMS testings per batch that is uploaded on the website. Eden's Garden also, it's very accessible to the consumers in GCMS test. Especially Florihana, one of the premium brands that you can get for essential oils, they have it on their website as well. So most essential oil brands that are pure, hi Chris, shouldn't hesitate to show their GCMS test to the public, to the consumers. Okay? Any other questions? Kung wala, you can just refer your friends to the replay through Instagram. If you guys are free on May 27, don't forget to join me on my workshop. It's gonna be about home cleaning products and, of course, skincare products, my favorite. And the first 10 registrants will get to bring this home. It's not gonna be exactly 10. It's gonna be a little more. I just don't wanna announce it yet because we're still preparing the inventory of the Moroccan Argan Oil. So just make sure to sign up as soon as you're sure of your schedule. Sign up for you to get this for free. You'll be able to use this on your daily skincare regimen. It really helped clear up my skin from my hormonal acne, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it too. And if you don't have any other questions, I can say goodbye now in 3 minutes. Let's end it at 10:15. Yun lang, what else? If you want to see other recipes, just go to YouTube, search for Couch Wasabi. I am known as Couch Wasabi, so you can search for Couch Wasabi on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever. You can find me. If you have questions about essential oils, just shoot them in any of those social media and use hashtag #AskJirbie, and I will be able to see them and answer you back. Okay. So, yun lang. Wala nang question. Other brands that you are curious of, that you want to ask? Can you put diluted EOs directly sa cuts? Diluted EOs, yes, most definitely you can. When you say diluted EOs, meaning yung ginawa mo ng blends, right? I do that a lot of times. I put lavender oil on my scrapes, cuts, and bruises. Lavender oil is a good skin regenerating oil. It helps heal your wounds fast. Para sa mga like baguette, sa mga maybe 5, mga malilikot na bata na nagtatakbuhan ngayon summer, lavender is actually your best friend. Lavender is one of the safest oils that you can use. I put my Aroma Glide roller in here kasi ito na, dinadiretso ko na siya sa mga scratches sa skin. It's one of the safest oils that you can use undiluted. Nag-disconnect na naman yung Facebook. It's one of the oils that you can use undiluted. It's one of the safest oils that you can use for kids, for babies, for dogs, for cats. So, yun. This is your best friend. Ayan. So, for tonight, the winners of Zelaroma oil, I will be picking two winners, and I will be announcing it on my Twitter. So, the way I choose it is dun sa mga nagtanong ng questions during the session, and dun sa mga nag-send ng questions through Twitter or Instagram using